So, yeah, I was running out of time on the other one. 10 minutes of doing nothing goes by really quick, but, the reason I think I feel guilty over more common things than other people do, which at the same time, shit, I just realized I'm a really deep thinker. Because when I started talking about I take things harder than most people do, kind of implies I'm special in some way, which is sort of like, oh, I'm special, ha ha ha. You're not as cool or as emotional as me, ha. Anyway, I just found that silly arrogant in me. I try to avoid that. Excuse me. I sort of have this little honor code, I suppose. If I give my word, and I mean it, I keep it. I do my goddamn hardest to keep it. Unless it is out of my hands, if I can control it, if I can talk to someone and try and get it to work, I will try my fucking hardest. But if I know, like, deep down, and it's in other people's hands, there's nothing I can do about that. But if you need to ride someplace, and I got $60, I will pay for your cab ride. If you are in my town, I know you, I care about you, and you text me and say, I'm in fucking trouble, I need you to help. You could be a random motherfucker on the street. I would probably help you. If there was a valid reason, I would help. Not just be like, hey motherfucker, I want to go to Toys R Us. No, I'm not gonna. That's all the way in fucking Portland. Why would I pay for that? It's stupid. That's a lot of money. But I sort of I like to hold myself accountable for caring about other people. The reason I made that honor code is because I will always bear the guilt of something that I did. My sister, Rachel, or Ray, whichever you wanted to call her, she always got pissed because Rachel Ray stole both of her names. She was involuntarily killed in a drunk driving accident. The guy, now, I understand how drunk driving happens, but I also understand the term insult to injury. What this man, he was almost 30, did, he picked my sister up after she'd been hanging out with my family, and she fell asleep in the back. She was laying down, she was tired, she was an introvert, she was just tired. Guy stops at a bar. He goes, knocked on the window. Hey Ray, I'm gonna go have a couple drinks. My sister always had huge amounts of trust in people, and she was like, yeah, sure. So guy goes in and gets drunk. I can see that situation where the poor decision making is made to do that. I can see it. I can see someone getting drunk and saying, I'm okay to drive, because you feel like you are okay to drive. I can see the possibility, and yeah, it fucking sucks she died. But what happened next is really what pisses me off. He comes back out of the bar after doing a couple drinks, knocks on the window, and I guess he changed his mind in between the car, wakes her up again. Hey Ray, I'm gonna have a few more drinks, then we'll head out, okay? Motherfucker, you were drunk. You needed to get drunker to drive my sister home? Really? A part of your brain wasn't saying, nah, I don't think I need that when I'm driving something that weighs a ton? I am not an alcoholic. I enjoy drinking. It is a casual thing to do with friends. You stop. I stop. 2 beers and some gin. I stop. I could keep drinking, but I stop. Because there are times and situations to get hammered. When you are staying indoors, then it's okay. Alright? when you are driving, you do not stop for a fucking beer. You do not go, this is a good idea, or, wow, I'm really thirsty. Both of those are wrong because, first of all, it's a terrible idea, and second of all, alcohol dehydrates you. It's a diuretic. It makes you pee, and your pee is dark, not because of the hops, but because your body is getting rid of waste and running out of water. It means you need to drink water. It is not a thing to do while driving. It is not a thing to pass time if you are driving or going to be driving. When I mention staying at home, I mean when it's already like 10 or 11. Bitches aren't going up and leaving. That time. I got off task, I'm sorry. Oh. He does 100 off an exit ramp. Loses control. Hard to believe. And the back of the car slams into a 3-trunk tree. Now, I'm not going to use the word unfortunately because he lived. And my sister's life was no greater or lesser value of him. And any death of any age person, of any age, race, religion, color, or creed is a loss of life. He got out unscathed. Almost unscathed. See, alcoholics, when they drink, alcohol is a depressant. It depresses your nervous system, and that's why they're slow. This is all basic understanding. But that depression also factors into why a lot of them survive car accidents. The reason they survive car accidents is because, even without us realizing, our body reacts to the force. It tries to go against the force being applied. If a force is going this way, our body is going to want to go that way. Now, going 100 miles into a 3-trunk tree, this way is going to win. You are not going to stop. Alcohol, you kind of go with the force. You don't, you wiggle and you wave, and a lot of the energy is decreased. When you hit something, you don't go further. You relax, you go into it, and you bobble and everything. I'm fine. My sister wasn't drunk. She was just sleeping. Her nervous, I don't know what happened. I wasn't there in the car. I had to talk to the guy. I don't think I'd be able to restrain myself. It took the jaws of life to get her out. She died en route to the hospital. Paramedics and EMTs brought her back to life. On the way to the hospital, she was immediately rushed to the ICU and put on life support. She died in that hospital. Massive organ failure. Massive bone damage. Just everything. Everything. Boom. We had a closed casket funeral. The embalmer couldn't put her back together again. She's not moving. She's not changing. He can mix and match her body however he wants. Literally, it becomes a canvas. She was still too banged up, bruised, messed up, that people could see her one last time. And don't you ever let anyone tell you, I don't know who would say this, but there is a thing as closure, and I don't think I will ever have it. Because the last thing I did before I saw my sister alive, the last thing I did before she died, was I pushed her away when she was kissing me and saying I love you. This happened a couple years back. I don't know, I can't even remember, 14, 15 maybe. A teenager being kissed by his big sister in front of a bunch of adults. I don't know, I felt sort of like, I hesitantly said I love you, but if I had known that was the last time I would ever see that son of a bitch alive again, I would have brought her in close.